Hello, guys. Welcome to our YouTube channel. You are watching Let Their Voices Be Heard, a YouTube guest speaker program brought to you by the Hope for Vulnerable Children Association. Thanks to the sponsorship of the Canadian Embassy. We have two amazing young people with us here who are here to talk on the promotion of the importance of promoting gender equality, reducing violence against girls, as well as risky sexual behavior among young people. As I earlier said, two young people to talk about young people. So I will start by presenting my amazing guest. I will start with the ladies before gentlemen. With me here we have Afstalin. Afstalin, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And you're looking so beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course, and we have the gentleman with me. We have Valdez. Valdez, you're very much welcome to the show.
Thank you, madam.
All right. So, without any further ado, we just jump into the conversation, which is promoting gender equality, reducing risky sexual behavior among young people, as well as reducing violence against girls. Now, let me start with you, Valdez. Now, why is it important to promote gender equality among young people in Cameroon?
Merci, Madame Doris, pour la question. Bon, promouvoir l'égalité de sexe chez les jeunes peut permettre de prévenir les stéréotypes et de prévenir les préjugés sexistes. Pourquoi? Parce que lorsque l'homme ne passe sa statut d'homme, il ne doit pas se sentir supérieur à une femme. Là, c'est un préjugé. Aucun homme n'a le droit d'avoir plus de position. On ne doit pas se sentir supérieur à un homme juste parce que de deux. Là, promouvoir l'égalité chez les jeunes permet de prévenir les violences faites aux femmes
Okay.
dès le bas âge. Non, non, une femme sont éduqués de telle sorte que l'homme égale la femme dans la société. Une fois que ces deux enfants auront grandi, auront atteint l'âge adulte, non, cette femme, elle a ses droits. Elle a ses droits. Elle est mieux. Je ne dois pas faire ceci, je ne dois pas faire ça. Je ne dois pas mettre main sur elle. Je ne dois pas abuser d'elle n'importe comment. Parce que c'est une femme et elle a ses droits. Et enfin, je suis sur l'estime de soi. Lorsqu'on promouvoit l'égalité de sexe, cela peut donner l'estime de soi à la personne favorisée. C'est-à-dire, si si on donne autant d'estime à une femme, elle va se sentir importante dans la société, elle aura autant d'opportunités que les autres, elle sera peut-être avec les femmes, notamment les postes à responsabilité comme ministre, président de la Loyonga, elle-même, voire président de la République ou premier ministre. On a eu des femmes au Cameroun qui ont postulé pour le poste de président de la République.
All right. Thank you so much, Valdez. I'm still with you. Now we are equally talking about the risky sexual behavior practiced by young people. So now, what are some of those risky sexual behavior practiced by young people in Cameroon, and how do these behavior pose risks to their health and well-being?
Merci encore une fois de plus pour la question. Les comportements sexuels à risque que je peux donner ici sont il y a il y a les rapports sexuels sans préservatif. Les rapports sexuels sans préservatif qui peuvent entraîner les grossesses non désirées, qui vont accepter les maladies sexuellement transmissibles telles que le VIH/SIDA, les gonorrhées, les syphilis. On a multiples partenaires sexuels. Les multiples partenaires sexuels qui peuvent aussi, alors que si une femme ou un homme, ils ont plus de partenaires, cela peut permettre de développer le sida chez les jeunes et éviter ce c'est-à-dire deux ou trois personnes seront appelées à envoyer ça à leur tout leur entourage parce que on aura atteindre le ratio, le ratio publié par le ministère de la Santé.
Mhm.
Et maintenant, un autre, c'est sexe sous l'influence des stupéfiants, peut-être, parce que c'est pas seulement l'alcool, il y a les stupéfiants. C'est-à-dire, une femme ou un homme, sous l'effet de l'alcool, se livre à des actes, ouais, se livre à des actes sexuels auxquels elle ne s'attendait pas vraiment. Et puis à la fin de cela, elle va se retrouver soit une maladie, soit une grossesse, et cela peut l'affecter mentalement. Elle va avoir des problèmes psychiques, elle peut tomber en dépression, elle peut tomber en dépression. elle peut avoir l'anxiété et tout. Et cela va l'affecter psychologiquement.
All right. Thank you so much, Valdez. I will allow you to catch your breath and I'll come back to you later on. So let me move to the beautiful lady in the house, Absalin. Welcome once more.
Thank you very much.
Now, I'm still on the question, the risky sexual behavior practiced by young people. And Valdez just enumerated some of those risky sexual behavior and the health impact in the lives of the young people. So now I would like you to speak to us, tell us on what are the primary factors that contribute, what are the primary factors that contribute to the risky sexual behavior among young people in Cameroon?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. I think the first problem we have at hand is the lack of comprehensive sexuality education on our school curriculum because this comprehensive sexuality education it's a subject that helps our youth to be more informed, to make more informed choices on their health, yeah, and this comprehensive sexuality education, because we don't have it, our youth now are more they are indulging themselves into risky sexual behaviors. Yeah, we also have peer pressure. This is when youths are trying to meet up with their fellow peers. That's when young people are trying to meet up with their peers. For instance, in a group of five girls, two of them have Android phones, and if we have iPhones, you notice that the other two girls that are lacking behind may decide now to indulge into risky sexual practices that will lead to HIV or STIs like gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, and all the others. Yeah, this makes them to be more exposed. And then we also have the lack of counseling units in our hospitals and contraception. Our hospitals don't have units,
Sexual reproductive health services.
sexual reproductive health services and counseling units that help to advise youth to help them to make informed choices. Yeah. For instance, if a child of 18 years goes to the hospital and asks for a condom, though everybody will be like, "What do you need a condom for?" These are things that are supposed to be normalized. So it's because these things are lacking that our youth now go behind the scene and they are involved in more risky
Sexual
sexual practices.
practices. All right, Aftalin, thank you so much. I still come back to you. We are talking about young people, the issues faced by young people in the society, and of course, girls are always at a higher risk now. And we have talked about the violence that girls are facing in the society now. What violent practices are perpetrated against girls in Cameroon that hinder their ability to reach their full potentials and places their health at a higher risk as well?
All right, thank you once more for this very interesting question. Firstly, we have child marriage. This is happening everywhere around us. Like it's still happening, just that there is no voice. There is nobody to pinpoint and say, no, this thing you're doing is wrong. This is for instance, there are families where once they give birth to a girl child, she's already been treated to her husband. So once she start developing breast and all the features that come with puberty, they just carry her to her husband's house. At that age, that child does not know anything. She she does not even know how to take care, how to manage herself when it comes to like her reproductive health. She knows nothing, and she's not even informed about her partner's health status. You don't know whether he's HIV positive or maybe he's a carrier of an STI or an STD.
Okay.
So this makes her not be able to exploit her full potential. Like she'll be lacking because all what she'll go to do there is maybe childbearing. And after childbearing, if she contracts an illness, she will suffer with it until it may even lead to death. Now we have the next on the list that is female genital mutilation. This is practiced in some parts of the north. It's still currently going on. This is the cutting of the clitoris, the use of an object. Well, for them, it's like a ritual. And the reason why we are advocating against this is because they are using the same object to carry out the practice on several girls without taking their health test. So they can easily take a virus from person A to person B without knowing. For them, it's just a ritual that they are practicing, and that's the reason why we're advocating for it. And this may lead now to contraction of diseases like HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, hepatitis B, and all of that. It will even lead to death because some of the when you cut the clitoris, there are lots of tissues in there that when it's cut, yeah, you can bleed. Most girls lost their lives in the process. When we go to make our research, we find out that most girls lost their life in the process because they over completed on that day. We also have physical violence. We've heard of boys beating girls to death. Recently, they said there was this guy who paid a girl's fees, and the girl now decided to get another man, and the man had to actually beat her to death. So we also have practices as such. We also have rape cases. All of this hinders the girl child from exploiting all her
Full
potentials, her full
potential.
potentials. Thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you so much, Afstalin. I think you should catch your breath. Let's speak to Valdez again. Now, Valdez, let me come back to you. Now, what advocacy you're here to advocate, right? On the promotion of gender equality and also to reduce risky sexual behavior among young people. Now, you're going to look at the camera and speak to the stakeholder who are in charge of influencing the policy as far as these issues are concerned. Speak to them. What do you want from the stakeholders?
Merci encore, Madame Doris, pour la question. Là, j'aimerais m'adresser aux autorités compétentes qui sont en charge de la promotion des droits de la femme et de la jeune fille. J'aimerais dire que pour que les jeunes filles ou les jeunes garçons se sentent inclus dans la société par l'égalité de ça, ils doivent premièrement sensibiliser les jeunes sur les stéréotypes et les préjugés. Ils doivent pas permettre de laisser les jeunes entrer dans le bain de, des préjugés sexistes. C'est-à-dire, un homme, un homme doit avoir des droits, une femme. Les deux sont à même de porter la société au plus haut niveau. Donc, les deux devaient créer des lois chargées de protéger la femme et la fille. Ce sont des lois politiques qui peuvent permettre, qui peuvent faire en sorte que la femme, une fois que ça reprécie, une fois que se sent minimisée, peut aller se rendre, peut aller dans un commissariat ou dans, dans un commissariat ou dans une gendarmerie et porter plainte contre la violation de ce droit. Ça, c'est bien. Maintenant, pour les comportements sexuels à risque, de là, moi, je vais m'adresser spécialement au ministère de l'enseignement secondaire. Il doit inclure les programmes spéciaux dans l'éducation des enfants. Il doit éduquer les enfants sur leur sexualité. Il doit dire aux enfants ce qui est bon pour eux, ce qui n'est pas bon pour eux. Je crois que cela n'a pas encore été, je crois que cela n'a pas encore été fait dans le programme des enfants, dans le programme des jeux, que ce soit de la maternelle jusqu'au secondaire. Il n'y a pas encore ça dans le programme éducatif. Et de deux, il y a de deux, ils doivent, de deux, je vais m'adresser au ministère de la Santé publique. Ils doivent inclure des mesures qui vont permettre de restreindre les informations, des informations des jeunes. C'est-à-dire, une fois qu'un jeune arrive dans un hôpital et qu'il a besoin de se faire soigner ou d'avoir le matériel de contraception, il ne doit pas être repoussé, il ne doit pas être, comment dire, il ne
Rejecté.
doit pas être rejeté, on doit
Yeah.
l'accepter, on doit dire, on doit pas dire parce qu'il est jeune, il ne doit pas avoir un certain nombre. Si un enfant arrive, si un jeune arrive dans une pharmacie qui donne préservatif, on lui donne sans aucune question. C'est que sa santé en dépend. Donc, ma responsabilité, c'est de la santé.
All right,
Merci.
thank you so much. Let us give the mic to the beautiful lady in the house, Aftalin. Aftalin, so we have been talking about the harmful traditional practices on women and girls that influences the health, right? That is where we're talking about the violent practice against women that influence their health, especially girls. So now I want you to look at this camera and speak to the stakeholders. What do you want? What do you think they can do to put an end to this violence against girls in the society?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. We call on the government to put an end to all these harmful traditional practices like the female genital mutilation and the child marriage. We call on the stakeholders to also punish those who are still practicing these harmful practices, especially in the north, the Fulanis who are still part of the female genital mutilation. We call on the government to reinforce laws and maybe even bring
The
the
perpetrators.
perpetrators to justice, because this is killing lots of young girls, killing future. Who knows? Maybe the person who was killed was supposed to be somebody who was going to invent something very great for us. So we don't know. So we are calling on the government to put an end to all of these harmful practices that are still going on in the north. and even around us, because child marriage is happening around us. So there should be an age for marriage, and it should be at the both partners' convenience. One person should not be forced. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And we are gradually running to the end of our program. We had two amazing young people with us. We had Valdez and we have Absalim. Just a recap of what they have all said here. They were here to promote gender equality, reduce violence against girls, as well as risky sexual behavior. And some of the benefit of promoting gender equality is that it booms the economic of every country, because when every woman has an opportunity to be in the working sector, of course it's going to grow our economy. And of course we talk about the violence against girls, the female genital mutilation, the early marriage, the sexual violence like rape and so on. And we talk about the risky sexual behavior practiced by young people, that is multiple sex partners, including the involvement into sexual intercourse without the use of condom, no protection, and so on. And so they are always exposed to high rate of HIV, unintended pregnancy, and so on. And of course, the young advocates in the house we had called on the various stakeholders. They talk about the inclusion of comprehensive sexuality education as a pivotal tool to address the sexual reproductive health issues among young people, like the risky sexual behavior. And of course, as far as uh, the, the the perpetration of violence against girls is concerned, they call on the government to reinforce laws that promote girls in the society. And they called on the Fulanis, who are the ones promoting who are the ones promoting harmful traditional practices like female genital mutilation, to put an end, to stop it, so that women and girls can live a healthy life and reach their full potentials. Ladies and gentlemen, this was just a recap of what the young people had discussed here. Thank you so much. This brings us to the end of our program. I want to say a very big thank you to Valdez. Thank you so much, Valdez, for coming. Absalom, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Remember, we do not have the monopoly of knowledge. Please contribute to this conversation by adding something to the comment section below. Until then, we say goodbye and see you in our next video. Bye. We love you. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe to our channel.